Yo, what is up guys, it's Pedro here, and in today's video I'll be going over the report that the Washington Commanders are expected to be aggressive, trying to trade back into the first round to possibly take a left tackle. We're going to break it down all in today's video, including some Jamon Davis news at the end, nothing major. If you guys are new, make sure to subscribe, hit that like button and that notification bell as well. It is draft day and you're not going to want to miss any content. Every update you need for the draft, it's going to be here on the channel, so just stay tuned for that. And yeah, just support me. It's going to be a lot of work this weekend, but it's going to be fun. So let's get into it. It is finally draft day. Finally, we're going to have rumors and stuff for the next day, and then it is over, at least in terms of who's going to be the Commanders' hopefully franchise quarterback moving forward. Is it going to be Drake May? Is it going to be Jaden Daniels? Or is it going to be J.J. McCarthy? Or maybe someone else, but I think it's going to be Jaden Daniels or maybe Drake May. But let's go into this report. So Ryan Fowler reported this, but a bunch of other people have been reporting this as well. You know, Jordan Reed, not the tight end, but the ESPN reporter, draft analyst, said it's the worst kept secret in the NFL for the draft is that the Commanders are going to try to trade back in the first. Other people have said it as well. Not completely sure who, but I think Daniel Jeremiah at his mock draft, he actually had us trading back into the first round as well to get Amarius Mims. So we have a lot of draft capital. I say let's go ahead and do it. And this is the new part of the report from Ryan Fowler is the team views a chance of selecting Tyler Guyton from Oklahoma as a perfect scenario. Let's just look at I'm going to start this little mock draft here. I'll go ahead and do one for you guys, but we're really just going to be looking at we'll do that at the end, actually, because I did promise you guys a mock draft. But I just want to look at the tackles here so you guys can see, who we could possibly trade for. So, Joe Alt, not happening. Olu Fashanu, PFF has him at the 17th player and his ADP 16.8. I really believe he's going to be a top 10, top 12 player. Or top 10 to 12 selection. Maybe the Chargers take a tackle, not him, but they'll take all. It's going to be the first one off the board. At the lowest he's going to slide, the farthest he's going to slide is 7th. I never know what to say like with a draft if it's like lowest or highest because you are going down, but it's also worst pick at the same time. So I don't know how to say it exactly, but whatever. I'm yapping at this point, but you see the Falcons probably not going to take one. You could see the Bears take one, but they'll probably take a receiver. The Jets could take a tackle. So that's the thing. A lot of teams do need tackles, but the good thing is there's a lot of tackles for the Washington Commanders to go after. So Olu Fashanu, that's the dream. I just don't think it's going to happen. The ones that are, possible is J.C. Latham. I don't know a bunch about him. Amarius Mims would be a good option for the Commanders. Graham Barton, any of these guys, Tyler Guyton as well, but he could be a guy that they barely need to trade back into the first round to get. Maybe give up like 36 and then like one of their later third round picks to move up and into like 28 or something or 30. Like they're not going to have to, give up a ton to move back and get that. Jordan Morgan's another guy, but I think if you're going to trade up, you might as well trade up into that second tier of guys because I feel like Jordan Morgan, and Tyler Guyton, those guys are, they're late first at best, early second guys. So you're not really moving up much to get, a higher tier guy. If you want to move up, get an Amarius Mims. An Olu Fashanu would be great. Troy Fatanu or Fuaga from Oregon State. Like those guys, one of those three is going to probably fall past 15. And I would take whoever out of those falls past 15 because, Joe Alt's going to go 1. And then I think it's going to be Fuaga, Fatanu, and Olu Fashanu as the next tackles. I mean, that's what they have the list here. It might be a different order. But if you can somehow trade back into the top 18, which is going to be a lot, you might be able to get one of these three right here. And those, they could be your franchise left tackle for a long time and help out your young rookie quarterback in Jaden Daniels or Drake May. So that's the dream for me. We'll see what happens, though. The Commanders have a lot of draft capital to work with here. Day 2 is going to be a very, very busy day. Let's go into real quick before we get into the final mock draft, Jamon Davis is they declined his 5th-year option, so not surprising. Player from the previous regime. They signed Frankie Louvu, Bobby Wagner, even though it's a 1-year deal. Like, they're good on linebackers. And yeah, it's not a surprise. Doesn't mean he's not going to be here in the future, but he's going to have to prove it. And that's going to be the same with a lot of different players here. That's pretty much it before the mock draft. We went over some of the guys they could go after. And I think there's above a 50% chance that they're going to take a tackle today, with their second pick. I think there's above 50% chance that they trade back into the first round. And you could see maybe them trading up to get a receiver. Only one I see, though, the only one is Brian Thomas from LSU, and that's if we take Jaden Daniels. These top 3 guys are not going to be there. Brian Thomas is the only guy that I could see making sense. But let's go ahead real quick, do a mock draft for the Commanders. I don't have PFF Premium, so can't do Can't do a trade up or trade back up into the first round. But we'll go ahead, take Jaden Daniels here. That's my final prediction. I think it's going to be Jaden Daniels. I don't feel super strongly about it. I know a lot of people think it's a done deal. I just caution you. They said that a lot with the 49ers a few years ago with Trey Lance and Mac Jones. They said it was going to be Mac Jones, and it wasn't. So just going to caution you. I think this front office keeps things close. Not saying that I don't think it's going to be Jaden. I do. I think, if I had to give a percent chance, I'd probably say 60-ish, maybe a little bit more, and then 30 for Drake, and then 10 for JJ McCarthy. That's my kind of prediction. There we go. We'll go ahead and take Jaden, and then trading back into the first, I'll go with Mims. I think he could be an option. But the thing is, they probably want a guy that's more NFL ready because he's going to have to start right away. So I'm going to look over, maybe Graham Barton, Tyler Guyton could be an option as well. They had him go off at 23 here. So, they have a bunch of different options. So the last guy of the second tier guys, in my opinion, that went was Olufashanu at 18. So that's probably where you would have to trade up to, or trade up to 17 or 16 to get one of those guys. Tanu and Fuaga went 13 and 14, Raiders and the Saints. But one of those, I think some quarterbacks are going to go. So honestly, the tackles might slide down a little bit and we don't have to trade up as much. Let's say with this pick, we trade up and get one of those tackles I talked about. So that's what we'll do there. Just pretend this pick is gone. That's what I'm going to do. That's my mock draft or whatever. We'll just go ahead and take Ladd McConkey. But that's not what I'm actually proposing here. And this is the pick we'll actually make. We'll have here in 40, but I think we'll probably have to give up 36, a third-round pick, and then a future pick as well to move up. So right here, see, they still have Bo Nix and Michael Penix here available. Just not happening at all. Those guys are going to be gone at this point in the draft, I believe. So we'll go ahead. We'll throw in a receiver. We'll go ahead and take Roman Wilson, even though I am a little against, at least recently, the receivers on day 2 haven't been the best. So I'll go ahead and take a receiver here. But you know what? We'll switch it up. Well, we're going to take a cornerback. We're going to take a cornerback, switch it up a little bit. So a tackle, quarterback, and a cornerback. We can take receiver late day 2 right here, which is an option if there were any good receivers available. We'll just go ahead. There's Jermaine Burton. But we'll go ahead and take another tackle right here, add some value. And even though we already drafted tackle, go ahead. Maybe you can start over Andrew White. Now we'll take the receiver. Sorry about that. Now we'll take the receiver. And this is just, a casual mock draft. It's not my official thing. I might post one on Twitter, but that's really it. And then right here, go ahead and take a tight end. So that's it for the mock draft. And that's the last video I'm going to make before the draft. Not sure yet if I'm streaming. Might do a quick stream with some friends or with my roommate. Not completely sure. You guys know my roommate Abdullah from DMV Sports Zone. Not completely sure what I'm going to do yet, but of course, we'll have videos out and everything. Excited for tonight. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and peace.